What's up, guys? It's Shep and Max here at the Sun Valley Auto Club, taking a look at this very cool 1964 Chevrolet El Camino. This one is the 283 with a single barrel carburetor, but I've driven this car quite a bit, and I tell you, it does not feel like a little 283 with a single barrel. So what we're going to do is we're going to, of course, show you how it drives, but first we're going to take a walk around and just kind of tell you about the general condition of it and kind of explain where this one sits as is.
Also has the note on that, very rare and cool 3-speed on the floor, and that's the H-pattern transmission. This one's lived in Idaho for about as far back as we can trace it. Rexburg, Boise area, not exactly that city, but nice dry Western car. We do have an underside video as well, so nothing to worry about as far as the rust. But 64 looks a little bit different from the other El Caminos we've had in before, Max. What's going on here?
So this is the first year that they used the body that shared the same platform and style as the A-body Chevelle. So 64, they kind of reinvented it and made them a little bit smaller, whereas, you know, the later 70s Chevelles got a little bit bigger. And the earlier ones, El Caminos I'm talking about, were built on the Impala platform. So this is kind of a new generation and a new direction for the El Camino. A lot of them came with just an automatic and kind of just a cruiser. This one, like Shep said, is very cool with the H-pattern 3-speed manual transmission on the floor.
So when we describe this one as, I think most people would, is a, you know, a lot of different words for it. 10-footer, perhaps a driver. When we say driver with this one, you know, I mean it with as much compliment as you can give it, and we'll get into those characteristics, but man, it just is so solid, so secure on the road. Everything about it is just tight and ready to go versus a Show Queen that might look a lot better, might have show paint. Paint job would cost you 10 grand more, but you'd be afraid to drive, and if you did, you'd really have to sort the thing out. Or
something with such a big engine, it's not streetable. What's great about this, I drove this from Boise back to here, about 170 miles, and it just flew down the road. Yes, it's a 3-speed, but what's nice is it must have some tall gears in the rear end because I was cruising 75 the whole way back. What's cool too, going back to Shep's 10-footer, I think it's a little bit better than that because what's cool about an El Camino is it's all about utility, and this bed is exactly used for that. So you can throw some bikes back there, some cruiser bikes, you know, surfboards if this is something you want to romp around the beach in, you know, whatever. You know, you can use it as a pickup. Nice action on the tailgate.
So you will see some signs, as Max said, you know, in the bed to show that, hey, this is a real usable rig. And one thing too on the paint, it's fine to have paint that has, you know, a few imperfections. Show paint, you know, they just spend a lot more time just getting it perfect. But this is not a cheapy job. You know, we talk about this all the time. We go to a lot of auctions, and it's amazing how much bad paint is out there. So on this one, you know, you might have a nick right there. I think that's probably just a sap mark, actually. But the thing is, it doesn't have orange peel. There's no Bondo cracking, fish eyes in the paint. Just really poor paint. This one, those are all things that you'd like to avoid. This one, even though it's not show quality paint, it's still a phenomenal paint job.
What I love about it is I'm going to call it an older paint job. And what's great about it is you can park it in your grocery store's parking lot and not be timid the whole time.
Right, like, you know, what's going to happen?
Yeah, exactly. Just use this thing. What I love about it are the true Krager wheels. Those are super stylish and totally period correct. I also like the white line on the tire. Let's talk about the money spot in here.
Yeah, this just received a brand new interior, all the way from carpet to the door cards, headliner. The original bench is in there. It did have buckets in it, but you know, luckily the bench was kept, you know, with it the whole time. The guy had to do a big restoration on, you know, actually rather than just recovering it, restuffing, rewelding, and getting that seat correct.
What I love about it is the dash is a nice thing to look at. Not only is the paint matching the rest of the vehicle, but that cool kind of plastic chrome Bezel is in really good condition. Probably a repop, but your gauges completely function, as we'll show when we take it for a test drive. But what was great about it for me was I had tunes that I could listen to the whole way back on my drive, because that retrofitted stereo does in fact work.
I'll take a closer look there. So, and should be noted, cup holders, that's just in the ashtray. We do have the ashtray. We'll get some photos of that. But that's, you know, even though that's, some people might find that certainly useful, but tasteless, that does come out. I kind of like it, but we do have the original ashtray that just goes right in there, so that's nothing that's mounted on. There is the aftermarket radio, but in an uncut dash. And then we've got 2 different speakers, as you can see right there. So gorgeous headliner, working dome lamp, new carpet.
We'll just do a quick startup, some lights, and
Sure, sounds good. It's a real nice engine, nice and quiet. The sides are nice, the inner fenders. You've got the data tag on the firewall. Really well sorted, upgraded ignition, correct battery tie down, easy startup. So well sorted. There's some running lights. There's your headlights, or the high beams, and your headlights, turn signals, got the wipers working, and the brake lights, and running lights, and turn signals, and turn signals. So, ready for the road, freshly serviced, and sorted. Get it out in the sunshine, take a look at it there. Paint really pops. Your chrome and aluminum accents look really nice. There's no dents or dings on it. Max is ready to go for a ride, so let's do it. There's the roof. Got plenty of photos of this car as well. Easy action on the window. Those manual regulators are in nice shape. Your wind windows.
Non-power steering, but power assisted thanks to a steering box. And it's fun to whip around. Clutch has a little bit of chatter, but let's remember these were not the most sophisticated cars.
Easy shifting.
And it does not feel like a single barrel car.
There goes Dave.
So brakes are nice and solid. It doesn't pull to the left or the right. Show you reverse. That's just straightforward. Also, I was driving this home in the evening, and it was starting to get a little chilly. And the heater does in fact work.
And the fan controls.
And I had to turn it down because it was too warm. Not bad for a 283. Total cruiser. What I love about it is it's easy to get in and out of versus some of our pickup trucks, especially the 4x4s. Yet you still have all the functionality out back.
Or getting into a tiny car, getting into an MG or a Porsche, or even T-Birds are tough. This is just definitely, like Max said, easy entry, easy exit, a lot of fun to drive. If you've got an interest in this vehicle or any of our vehicles, you can give us a shout. Max is at 208-720-8854. I'm Shep. I can be reached at 208-721-1973. Thanks for taking some time watching this, and we'll be talking to you soon.